woke up this morning, tied my boots up, cause I knew it was gonna be a long day. Fired my truck up, grabbed my coffee, kissed my baby, got on my way. Cause I'm working till it's hurting, and that's the only way to make an honest day's pay. So I'm working even when it's hurting, and that's the only way to make an honest day's wage. Yeah, I'm up early with the birdies, ready to get dirty. This ain't a song for you if you asleep at 7:30. I rise like the sun on the bag of the pounds, at full throttle in the bottle like that homemade shine. I'm just trying to make a living, boss man tripping, my overtime strong, I don't pay him no attention. Money in the mason jar, country boy pitching. Old lady, 3 kids, take a lot to fill the kitchen. Fingernails dirty, my back stay hurting. You can bet I got a plan for every penny that I'm earning. I ain't asking for a raise, but I know the boss hurt me. Nobody on this job site's working like I'm working. 30 below to 100 degrees, and you ain't pushing hard enough if your hands don't bleed. I'm the first to clock in and the last to leave, and I ain't never had a problem rolling up my sleeves. I woke up this morning, tied my boots up, cause I knew it was gonna be a long day. Fired my truck up, grabbed my coffee, kissed my baby, got on my way. Cause I'm working till it's hurting, and that's the only way to make an honest day's pay. So I'm working even when it's hurting, and that's the only way to make an honest day's wage. I'm out the door by sunup, focused on the come up, we never sleep in. That ain't how we was brought up. I push it to the limit when the money gets low, and been known to work past when the plant whistle blows. Paycheck feeling like a lottery ticket. I might save a couple bucks if my kids don't spend it. Don't matter cause I love it every day of my life. Spend more time on the clock than I do with my wife. State to state, never late, putting miles on the road. Drop it off, fill it up, get me to my next load. Call my old lady, let her know I'll be late. And I ain't worried cause I know that she gon' save me a plate. I told you 30 below to 100 degrees, and you ain't pushing hard enough if your hands don't bleed. I'm the first to clock in and the last to leave, and I ain't never had a problem rolling up my sleeves. I woke up this morning, tied my boots up, cause I knew it was gonna be a long day. Fired my truck up, grabbed my coffee, kissed my baby, got on my way. Cause I'm working till it's hurting, and that's the only way to make an honest day's pay. So I'm working even when it's hurting, and that's the only way to make an honest day's wage.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast, the live stream edition. Thank you. The podcast is your home for rational crypto news and objectivity, leaving emotion at the door, talking about what we like, why we like it, and where we see it going. We are not offering financial advice. We are telling you and showing you what we do, and that is all. We don't slow down. We don't let up. Full speed is our only speed. I'm your host, Scott, pragmatic investor who has won and lost fortunes. Joining me, as always, the greatest producer of all time, Belle. How are you doing tonight, Belle?
You know what? I'm having a great evening so far, Scott. How are you tonight?
I was good until I just saw your image right there. Didn't I say T-shirts, ball caps? We're going really, really casual tonight. Did I misunderstand what I said? Is that what happened here?
It's cold, and I don't have very many long sleeve T-shirts, so
Okay, I'm just saying you're standing me or you're upstaging me here, so that's not good. You know what? We'll do this, Belle. Tonight it's your show. I'm going to go ahead and produce. What would you like to talk about? Go ahead. Your full screen. Go.
yeah, that's not happening. You had all the material.
If you're dressed up, it seems like if you're gonna dress up, I think you should step up. I'll leave that up to the audience. I guess whichever way we want to go with that. Here at the podcast, guys, we have and I'm in a really good. I made a lot of money today. Sorry, man. Look, I do what I do for money, and sometimes it just works out, man. Today was a funny one. I'll share you guys a story. Here at the podcast, we have a tendency to talk about what others are not talking about and bringing the focus onto use case cryptos because, as we know, these are what drive the market and bring innovation to a world that desperately needs it. The status quo, it's no longer acceptable. Time for a technological revolution. Welcome to crypto. Welcome to the podcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, yes, while Twitter is all aglow about Notional and closing down and trampling on graves and half the people are defending and the other half are attacking, we just buckle down here and make money. That's kind of what I'm about. I love volatility and I love uncertainty because I spend my time here, guys, looking at markets, all right, looking at charts, reading things. Seeing where the emphasis is going at any one particular time, because if it's going the direction I would like it to go, then I'm going to buy. I'm going to make money on it, and then I'm going to sell it. Almost like I'm trading, almost like I'm an active trader. So I need to stay in tune with all of this stuff. Now, personally, I don't care. I don't care about Notional. I don't care about any of that stuff. It doesn't matter. I think one of the biggest misses right now of this whole thing is whoever Jacob's PR team is, because right now he should be just raking it in. I mean, we got days of our lives going on right here in Cosmos, and you're only getting one side of the story. I see a whole bunch of people going up there and just dogpiling and stepping over themselves, talking about how they dislike him more than the next guy. Again, I'm indifferent to it, man. I don't care. But I hate seeing missed opportunities, and right now I think he's missing an opportunity to actually just get out in front of it, man. That's it. You got to go up there. You know what? You've pulled your pants down so many times. What's one more? What's doing it one more time to go ahead and get the word out? And I'll tell you what, boss, you got an open invite on this show. I don't like you. All right, you rear-ended Jackal a long, long time ago. I'll never, ever forget that. I don't like you, but I will give you a platform. I will let you come out here and talk, man. You can say your piece. It's not a friendly show, and I got a hunch the audience questions are going to be pretty harsh. But, when you present yourself as a public object, like I do, like Belle does, like we've been doing for years and years, you're going to invite ridicule. You're going to invite contempt. You're going to invite praise. You're going to invite all of those things to yourself. So when it doesn't go your way and suddenly people are dogpiling on you, man, you can't just go silent in that. You can't. You opened yourself to this. You said, yeah, we're here. I'm here. Hit me with your best shot. So when it happens, get in front of it. Get out there and say, that's right, I did it. That's right, I said it. That's right, this is what happened, and I'm going to build back. People love Arthur type stories, from the top of the world to, hey buddy, can you spare $1 million delegation so I could rebuild my business? People love it, and they love to cheer you on the way down, and they love to cheer you on the way up. So take advantage, man. Look, this doesn't come up every day. Multi-million dollar businesses, it's crypto, but multi-million dollar God, what's the word I'm looking for here? Institutions like Notional, they don't go under every single day. So when it happens, babe, get out in front of it. Even remember the BP oil spill, Belle? You remember that not too long ago?
Yeah, I do.
You remember how quick that CEO got on stage, laying naked on a bearskin rug in front of a fire, apologizing for it. I'm so sorry. Just they were completely canned and bullshit all the way up and down. But he still did it. He got out there and got in front of it. He was like, yeah, no, what are you going to do? Nothing's going to come of it. All right. People have the goldfish memory of crypto. All right. People forget it. And you can't erase history. You cannot erase history. But most people out here just choose to pretend that it never happened. And that's kind of the same thing. So if you don't remember it, it's like it never occurred. And that's the situation that we're going to get here. And that's fine. But honestly, man, look, Jacob, your PR people suck. All right. Because you should be doing after you're done shutting down your validators, you should be nonstop out on anybody's show who will put you on and just start ripping into it, man. Look, drill it up. If the people like you, make them love you. If they dislike you, make them loathe you. And you're in a position to do both of those things right now, but it seems like you guys are trying to you can't suddenly take the moral high ground. Well, no, we're professional. No, dude, we remember what you did, how you said, all that stuff. We remember all of that. So just own it. Just get in front of it and own it, man. Look, I've done boners up here. We all have. It didn't mean that we didn't disappear. We come back. We keep going. We fight, man. It is what it is. So, yeah, that's kind of all I'm going to say on that one. But why all of that fun stuff was happening over there on Twitter, we were just sitting there hammering down making money. Where did we make money? Well, let's just start with the obvious one, of course, right here, being Archway. Now, I'm going to come out. You guys see that I'm wearing a Juno t-shirt, right? There's a reason that I'm wearing a Juno t-shirt. One, because I bought it, and I'm indifferent to it. But I'm now on Juno's side. I'm literally on Juno's side after this because Archway, this is all my opinion, guys, all right? This is pure opinion, all right? There's no fact, no financial advice, no anything. This is my opinion, but I think it's pretty accurate. Archway is just a undeveloped Juno. And Juno, I think Juno has squatters' rights here because they were here first. But all Archway really is a more expensive version of Juno. I mean, that's it. Now, Juno was poorly managed. That thing was ran right into the goddamn ground. They couldn't afford somebody like Astrovault right now because they really can't. There's nothing they can do. They can't really fund them. But Archway's not really doing it either. That's kind of the funny thing. And if you take a look at the prop that was put up by Eric Wiseman over on the, I'm not going to link it. Eric, if you're watching, you want to link it, go for it. The prop that he's asking him for Pole, protocol-owned liquidity of $750,000. This is a $30 million ecosystem. Well, they say that they're a $30 million ecosystem. I don't see it, but he's not asking for a great big ask, and he's not even asking you to write him a check. That's the funny thing. It's not like he's pulling it out and said, okay, give me cash. You got to give me cash. We only take cash here. Or maybe credit cards, but, we need to hold it and make sure the funds are. He's not asking for any of that. He's saying take some of your tokens and put them on the DEX that's built on your chain because it's the only goddamn thing that's built on your chain. The fact that they're not bending over to just do anything that they can for Astrovault right now is a little bit shocking to me. The fact that they're still up here more or less fighting him every single step of the way. Because if you take Astrovault out, there is no Archway. You'll have some kids that got a whole hell of a lot of funding. That you'll get that. And they'll spend years and years pissing it right down the drain, looking for the next great dev tool that they want to invest in that retail investors don't give a shit about. And they will absolutely run it flat. And then all they're going to be is equally underfunded and equally underfunded, but still a more expensive version of Juno. I want Reese on the show. I really do. I would love to get Reese on the show. I've sent him messages. He doesn't get back to me. They never answer, even when I tag him. I want him on the show. I really do, because I'm starting to get more into the Juno the Juno side of this. Just because I think all the worst things that could possibly happen to them have already occurred. It's already happened. Archway has not felt the true sting of defeat yet. They will. It's just if they keep doing what they're doing, they absolutely will. They keep talking about all these great projects and building and all this stuff. And every time I ask, well, what do you got? I get nothing but crickets. Oh, you're going to love it. Oh, I can't talk about it. Oh, no, man, it's all NDA and we can't do any of this, and this. But nothing comes out. Nothing comes out. So what do you got, man? Look, I'm wherever I see value, that's the side that I'm on because I'm an investor advocate and because I'm an investor. So I want to see it. I want to hear it. I want you to tell me about it. Please help me help you because, guys, there aren't a lot of people making Archway videos, and there aren't a lot of people making Juno videos. So guess what? Between Reese and the Archway team, I'm all you got. All right, I'm it. You're going to get some influencers that'll talk up your token now that it's going up. But when it was 4.5 cents, when we were buying it on the live streams, you didn't hear boo out of you. You didn't hear shit out of you until it increased. Where's it at right now? We didn't hear shit out of you until it went up 140% in 30 days. We didn't hear anything out of you guys. Nobody was talking about this. Nobody, oh, you're all right. No, you didn't say shit. But now that it's up, all of a sudden it's the belle of the ball, man. You can't keep playing both sides like this, man. You just can't because I'm here. And I'm going to remind everybody that you didn't. So as much as I want to root for these ecosystems, I really do. And right now, I want Juno, but I would love to get Reese on here so he can tell me why I'm wearing this T-shirt. That's what I'm wanting. I would absolutely love that. I opened the door to the Archway people. I've heard nothing but crickets. And I really got to ask, man, you know, you guys have to get out visibility and awareness of your product, right? And I don't see you anywhere else. I don't see you guys going up on any of these other things, man. People want an honest interview. They want give, they want take, they want to hear the good stuff, the bad stuff. They want to hear all of it so that they can make an informed investment decision. And the only way you're going to really get that word out there is to start showing your face. I'm sorry. This is part of the game. This is what it is. So, yeah, Archway, again, and it'll be the belle of the ball for about, I want to say maybe another day or two. It's going to see some incredibly wild volatility because anything that goes up that fast is absolutely going to come down that fast. But the reason that it's pumping right here is not because they suddenly cracked the code or there's something new or beautiful and unique and it's coming to Archway and just you wait, it's going to see. It's because it's already here, and Astrovault is promising a good size airdrop to people who stake the Arch token. So where is the only real good place that you can go get good liquidity, good swaps on your Archway? Belle, where can you go to get it? Because it sure as hell is not osmosis.
Might be a little known project. Yeah, little known, sarcasm there. Project called Astrovault.
Yeah, so suddenly they start swinging over and they're buying enough of it that the pools literally went out of balance. So if you're going to be buying, I'd wait until these they get their shit together and get those pools balanced because
on that note from Eric himself in chat earlier, he flat out said, "Yo, just a heads up on Archway pump. Trade fees are currently 1.2% buying Arch to stake. If you want it, buy X Arch and wait to swap to Arch until it's balanced tomorrow."
I'll tell you what. Let's test that theory right now, guys. This is, by the way, that's what we made on Arch today. I'm in pure white meat on this right now. All right, everything else, everything that you saw me buy, you saw it on the streams. Yay. All of that's cleared. All right, so all of the money that came out of my pocket is cleared, and every bit of Arch that I have left is pure profit. So when it gets to this state, I get really, really wild with what I will do with it and all that other good stuff. So the pool actually did really, really good for me. That's kind of funny, is that pool right there. When we spun up that pool, I bought $4,500 worth of Arch, and I already had the X Jackal. So I bought the Arch, I swapped it for X Arch, I stumped it in that pool, and we put $9,000 in it. This morning it was about $19,000 for that same amount. That's my balance right there, those two numbers underneath it. This is a big pool, guys. This is a big, whopping big math. There's plenty of liquidity, lots to go around. But I did on this what I would normally do with anything that I have paired up there with Noble, is I pulled out a big portion of it. Now, unfortunately, it just gave me more X Jackal. And man, I got more X Jackal here than I can I got more here than I could possibly spend. There's $5,000. There's another 15 grand. I'm saying I got a lot of it, but I don't sell the Jackal. But I have no problem selling the Arch. I have no problem selling that Archway. I don't do it all at once. I'm not that guy. I'm not going to go out there and crash it. I'm not going to interrupt a pump just to please myself or to make me feel warm and fuzzy. I iceberged out of it, so that we could continue as this thing has been rising up, so that as it's doing this, it can continue to do this. So you don't see that big, wicked doom candle right there. I'm not going to do that. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm an experienced crypto investor and trader, and I know how to maintain and not really, blow the rims off from anybody. But let's try it out right now. So I'll tell you what, let's try it both ways. So we're going to take some Noble. And I'm not going to make this trade, by the way. I'm not going to buy it back right now. I just sold all this stuff. So we're going to go Noble to Arch, and we're going to use their visualizer and find out what we're going to see. So if we were to swap $2,000 for Arch, and we go with the visualizer, we're going to be at $1,998 is what's going in, and we will claim $1,959 coming out of it. So that's for the Arch. That's straight for the Archway. Now, let's try the same trade, buying up X-Arch. Let me find it up here. They get too many tokens. So if we wanted to do the same trade, that's $2,000 USDC Noble for X-Arch, and we hit the visualizer. It looks about the same to me, Eric. You sure these pools are still that far out of whack? Because it looks just about the same to me. It's going to cost you about $40 to make that trade. Now, that's using Noble, guys. All right? And you can see that you could do better if you were using Atom or anything else that's a bigger player over here. Noble is not a huge position. But that's why I really like this visualizer, because you can see all the swaps. You can see what is going to what. So in this case, we have to swap for IST and then for X-Arch. So it depends what your primary is and what's coming in, what's coming out, and how many different routes it's got to go through to get to where you actually want it to be. So that doesn't look like a terrible swap for me. I mean, if I wanted to do that, would be about $40. So let's see if it balances out at 1,000. No, at 1,000, it's going to cost me about half that. So if I did this in a couple of trades instead of one big one, it's going to cost me about $10 per trade. That's what is that? About 1% of $1,000. I'm fine with that, man. I'm perfect with that. So got no problem. That's where the liquidity is. But I think where it went south is, and I haven't tested this, guys, all right? So don't hold my feet to the fire here because I don't know. But let's pretend that we wanted to swap Axelar for Archway right here. So if we want to do the same $1,000 here, that's our slippage. So you guys see that big orange button on the bottom that says don't push me? That's the big red button saying don't push me. So if you are going to buy Archway and using any kind of stable token or anything like that, it's going to cost you $150. That's 15% to make that trade right here if I push the big red button. Now, I'm not going to, just brought it up to illustrate it. So all of the volume that's going on in this right now, it's happening over on Archway because there's no way anybody's coming up there and is going to eat that much slippage. They're just not going to. I wouldn't. Would you? Are you going to pay 15% for a goddamn trade? No, you're not. All right, Bob. We got time for one question or comment, and then we got to go to break. We got a new live read tonight, guys. We got a new product. I think you're going to like this one. Go, Bell.
All right, so Microman, is it good that we get rid of prima donna validators to get some credibility in the space?
Oh, I don't think you're ever going to get credibility in this space, man. Come on, guys. Like, I'm on everybody's side, all right? I'm a cosmonaut like the rest of you. I have to adjust the chroma key, Bell. I got a lot of green showing up here. Is that really going to change it? No, man. Look, the cartel ain't going away, guys. The people who are comparing or running this thing and doing it, these people aren't going away. I will revisit the whole inflation thing because I love short-term variance and how people will form a solid decision about everything based on 60 seconds worth of data and to call it empirical. So we'll get to that here in just a minute. But I will get to your questions, guys. All right. So please stick around. Don't go anywhere. But before I got to put my glasses on, man. Sorry. But before we go to break, Belle has to go out of her way anymore. All right, even our regular sponsors are completely shunning us now. So she has to go out even deeper into the dregs, and we're getting out there, guys. We're starting to endorse some food products, and I think you hear about this one. Give me a second here. I got to wet the whistle before we do this one. Well. All right. I'm going to make it through this, Belle. I promise you I'm going to make it through this one. I'm a pro, all right? Been broadcasting for a long, long time. So, Podocasters, let me tell you something. Bella really went all out into the food distribution channels and found a product that is really, truly ideologically aligned with this channel. We get... We are proud to present to you guys Captain Rogers Finger Blaster. Look, all right. Chicken fingers are not fun, but Captain Rogers Finger Blasters sure are. Just blast your fingers into our unique sauce containers filled with honey mustard, tangy barbecue, or salt and vinegar. Yummy, yummy. Guys, listen. Finger blasting is the best. All right. You need to try one finger at a time. Just the tip, just until you get a feel for it. Or 2 fingers for the bold. And then... And then, if everyone is cool with it, 3 fingers all at once. Finger blasting is fun with friends, but if your friends aren't around, you could just finger blast yourself. Captain Rogers Chicken Finger Blasters for those who are really hungry and those that can really take a joke. And don't forget the special podcast coupon code. This is a one-timer here, guys. Finger blast me, Roger, for 15% off your recurring order. And you're going to want the recurring order because once you finger blast, you're going to want to do it again and again. So Captain Rogers Finger Blasters, call now. Don't miss out, guys. And we're going to be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Captain Roger Fanatics, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you. I nailed it. All right, I nailed that one. I thought I would laugh and giggle away, but I didn't, man. I nailed that one. You know, you guys used to rate my rants. I think you should rate my live reads because that felt like a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 to me. But yeah, Captain Rogers Finger Blasters for, I don't know, something. Belle, get to some questions.
All right. So, old man, regarding Jacob, I have my reasons for not liking him. Had a heated conversation with him in Gelato Discord and Jackal a year or so ago.
Oh my God, man. You two going at it, dude. That would be... I don't have the words. I don't have the words. Old man is the official bulldog of the podcast. So yeah, he has carte blanche to say what he wants and do what he wants. He's our guy, man. But if you got to get to us, you got to go through old man. Carry on, Belle.
All right, so I have a thought on Jacob and his shenanigans. Actually, you were talking about what his PR team should be doing.
Yeah.
They're too busy holding his pants up because he keeps trying to drop them all the time.
You know what? I respect that. I'm sorry. Look, I'm gonna be contrarian here, guys. I respect it. I do. Ideologically, fundamentally, all that. You know what, dude? You've been ripping off a lot of stuff for a long time, and it finally caught up with you. But he never really waffled. I mean, he was right out in front ever since he got popped, like stealing that truck, got his ass kicked and all that stuff. He never backed away from it. So if nothing else, man, I at least respect it. He's like, yeah, I made bad decisions. I'm a fuck. What do you want from me? And he just, he stuck with it. So if nothing else, I respect it. I don't want to go into business with the guy, even though, you know what, if you need PR, come on. All right, look, there is nobody that's going to get that done for you. But, yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm going to be contrarian here. I don't want to go into business with him. I don't want to shake his hand. I don't want to do any of that stuff. But I respect the fact that he has not really changed his character. You get what you get. That's my opinion. Bell, carry on.
Microman, if Archway tanks, will Astrovault survive? Could Astrovault move elsewhere? Exist without Archway?
Well, I mean,
submise it and carry on?
Well, I mean, they're an L2, man. They can go up anywhere. I mean, it's not like it happens overnight. You can't just take it out of this slot and stick it into this slot. So there's a lot more. There's a lot of coding that would have to happen. But sure, why couldn't they could go from Archway, go over to Neutron. They go from Archway, they can go to Juno. They can go wherever the hell they're wanted. And personally, I think that's a good option for them, man. Look, if you're not getting what you think you should be getting where you are, it's not like there aren't chains out there right now asking for developers. Hey, please come build. Hey, please come. I mean, that's all you hear. So no, man, there's lots of empty strip malls. They're all over the place. Personally, I think that they are holding, or Astrovault's holding all the cards on this one. So we'll see how it plays out. Hope that answered the question. Bell, carry on.
Old man. Oh, that's kind of cool. I never paid attention to the visualizer.
Oh God, man! You guys watch any of my damn videos? I literally step by step. Look, this is what you do. This is how you do it, and this is why you use the visualizer. You can see your trades, see your routes. It literally gives you the right information for you to figure out a better path for you to do whatever it is that you want to do over there. I mean, they're giving you all the tools, man. Look, they're getting paid either way. They don't care. They actually put that up there. It's full exposure, everything. Do you know the path that your tokens take when you're over on Osmo? No, you don't. But Astrovault says, yeah, fuck it, here you go. So, yeah, man, it's an awesome tool. And you should know what you're paying for a trade before you click the button. So it's just good UI, man, or good user experience. So watch my videos, old man. You seem to be drifting off from these things. Carry on, Bell.
Microman, I've seen people on Reddit criticizing Noble USDC for being centralized in comparison to USDC Axelar. Valid criticism or FUD?
I'm indifferent, man. Look, I'm in USDC Axelar. I'm in Noble. I'm in USDT. I put you'd be silly to keep all of your we're in crypto here, guys. You've seen this over and over and over. You would be silly to keep all of your eggs, even your stable eggs, in the same carton in the same location, man. Spread that shit out. Spread it out. So, yeah, is it centralized? One of the things that I think people miss out here a lot, and for some reason, it's us standing on our moral high ground philosophically, but ultimately, you, Microman, me, Bell, everybody, ultimately, if you want to get your money back out of crypto, meaning in a place where you can hold it in your hand and you can spend it, it's going to go to USDC at some point, period. So whatever path it happens that you happen to take to get it there, it's going to happen anyway. Is USDC centralized? Absolutely. Noble centralized? Absolutely it is. Is US dollar that you're going to turn it into centralized? Absolutely it is. But until a alternative economy exists where you can buy goods and services and pay your bills and everything that you need to do with crypto, you're going to have to just deal with the fact that this stuff is here. Not everything needs to be fully decentralized, man. It just doesn't. Not everything has to happen. Not every product needs a token. We exist as min-maxers out here, man. And yeah, I don't think it's real good for us long term. Is it centralized? Yeah. But, we've defied everything, man, and shit still crashes left and right. So you can't really say one is wildly superior to the other. Decentralization and governance is very, very important. But, yeah, not for everything, man. I don't deal in absolutes, so I know it's a shit answer. Hope that answered the question anyway. Bell, carry on.
Femex, why injective TVL is shrinking?
I don't know. They were burning some of that shit, weren't they? I mean, I thought they were doing some kind of really big. Which one are we talking about in particular? Are we talking about overall? Are we talking about on Osmo? Are we talking about where? Which TVL specifically are you interested in? And I might be able to take a look at it and could possibly give you an answer. It's not for the price, man, because that damn thing shot up today. Injective 10%. Well, I'm sorry, like 9% on a $1.5 billion market cap, guys. That is a massive, massive move. So, yeah, clearly something's going on here. But if you tell me, refine your question a little bit, maybe I can give you a better answer. Belle, carry on.
All right, Toot calling you out. She says, Scott, you chuckled a ton.
I did not.
Gaslighting.
I did not. I was solid. With that live read. I nail every one. I'm the consummate professional up here, man. I don't care what I'm reading. I will simply read it. I'm an empty suit. I'm an empty Juno t-shirt and a hat. So no, I nailed it. Toot, you got it wrong. All right, you got it wrong. Thank you, Belle. Carry on.
All right, Stephen Douglas, we need to get a printer to do a run of large framed prints of Eric and Ethan's Astrovault white paper. Give number 1 to Scott so he can mount it on the wall next to his giant Bitcoin white paper print.
My Bitcoin white paper print. Sure. Yeah, man. If that's what we're gonna, whatever you need, dude, we'll get you taken care of. Carry on, Bill.
That was actually the last comment for the moment.
All right, guys, and I guess we have to talk about some money. All right, let me tell you about what I have, what I will be doing out here, and I'm going to expand on some of that stuff from a little bit earlier. So, this right here was the result of a silly buy. I guess, well, in hindsight, it wasn't silly. In hindsight, it was fantastic because I'm up 150% from that buy. But we were illustrating how closely associated all of these tokens are. Now, the thing that didn't come up and that nobody happened to mention tonight was Decenter. Now, I'm a little bit surprised about that one because there wasn't a tremendous amount of volume on Decenter today, yet the price is up. Let's see where it is as soon as it comes up. But the price is up 10%. Now, I understand that it's Cosmos, man. We got a lot of stuff moving around out here, and that 10% is really not a big deal. But 10% really is a big deal. I mean, that is a massive amount of movement, and I don't care what kind of token you're talking about. From a retail investor perspective, if you bought this morning, you have, or if you bought, if you bought yesterday, we'll just call it yesterday. So if you had been holding that yesterday, what is that, about 6 o'clock? From that time, you're up 10% on your investment. And you're still getting an extra couple little clicks here. Now, the volume over here is misrepresented. That's kind of the funny thing because there was not $110,000 worth of volume. I don't know what they're doing with their Oracle or how they have that thing set up, but that is not $110,000 worth of volume on a chain that only has about a $1.8 million market cap. Now, if it's factoring in all of the LP positions that are changing constantly, then yeah, that might be more or less accurate. But the thing that actually pushed that up right now is that right there. The thing that brought it out is the Archway, because when Archway spikes that much, it's going to carry everything with it. Now, the bigger pools right now for Decenter are actually sitting right over here on Astrovault. Guys, all of this is important. Believe it or not, all of this is very, very important because there's going to be a lot of visibility, a lot of action, a lot of everything is going to be happening over there on Astrovault right now. And the fun thing about that is that there are 3 major tokens, but one of them you can almost just discount. Atom is one of the major tokens over here on this little DEX. Almost $1 million in TVL is sitting right there. So it is still one of the big major tokens that are going on over here, but Atom is not seeing a lot of action right now. It is not moving by wild percentages. Now that works perfect for me, and it works perfect for anybody who is paired up against it, because then you are truly simply in it for your APR and not for any kind of wild token volatility and getting your ass kicked by impermanent loss. That's not happening. So ideally, if you were going to be pairing against something, I'll always say pair against stable anything. I don't care. Anything but composite or silk. I'm still a little bit wishy-washy on silk. But pair up against anything that's stable so that you don't eat the IL. Now, Adam's been very, very kind lately because it hasn't been moving a whole hell of a lot. So that kind of works out, particularly over here, because that's one of the major eco tokens that's sitting over here. You're talking about almost half of their liquidity is sitting right there. But the other two tokens that are paired up with everything over here are paired really, really heavy is Jackal. And we all seen what Jackal's been doing. But the big one that'll move it is actually Archway, because Archway has got a huge presence in several big pools. Archway, Dissenter. Is that what that thing is up to now, Belle? Do you see that? Did you see that pool?
I do see that.
$142,000. I don't even know if I have any in that. Do I have any in that? Because it seems like that's a pool that I would have been in. Let's see where that one is. No, I'm in the stable version of it. So that's all I'm in is the stable one. But I didn't notice that thing had taken off like that. So as Archway does its business and people start buying into it because they're chasing an airdrop, hey, I'm cool with it. Whatever makes you buy it. As it does that and that token starts to swing in value wildly, as it starts to go up and down, then it's going to offset. The AMM is going to do what an AMM is going to do, and the rising token is going to get liquidated, turned into the other token, which is going to show up as buy pressure on that token. It's going to raise the price. So a rising tide will raise all boats, particularly over here on Astrovault. And it's important to understand this and to know the who, what, when, where, why, and how. Because when you're buying something over here, with everything, with the exception of that pool right there, which is USDC, Noble, and Wrap Bitcoin, with the exception of that pool, everything else over here is going to be affected by everything else over here. So it's important to understand that you could have been holding Dissenter, done nothing with it. Very minuscule volume. The shine is off the rose. People are not talking about it on Twitter or they're not talking it up nearly as much as they were when it was in its ascension. But yet that token just went up 10% today. So you got to ask yourself why. It went up because Archway went up. So you got to ask yourself, why did Archway go up? And Eric literally just told you, because people are going to buy it, stake it to farm an airdrop. Now, there's a caveat on all of this. Please, please, please be aware of this, is that there's going to be a shelf life on this. Once that airdrop is done, once AXV comes out where everything's settled, it's got its price, and that airdrop goes out, they're not only going to be dumping airdrop, but they're going to be dumping the other reason that they got in there to get the airdrop. So you got to keep in mind there's two big things that are going to be going against this particular pump. One of them is the shelf life of the airdrop, and the other one is July of next year. July of next year is a real big, and if you're going to write anything down or get any single takeaway from this stream, July of 2024, a whole lot of vested Archway tokens are going to become unvested. That is VCs, that is team funds, that is everything. Those things are going to be starting to clear out, unvesting, hitting the cliff in July. So that's your next one. That's going to be your next one. But up until now, the only thing that you're fighting are other traders. All right. You're only fighting other mercenary capital that's getting into this, because I can't for the life of me imagine who would be going out of their way, seeing a parking lot like this, just a pure raw parking lot like this, and saying, my God, I got to get into this, man. I've got to get into this, and I better hurry, and yeah. No. All right, they're going to be up. They're going to be chasing an airdrop on this one, so that's going to be a little bit of time on that. All right, Belle, we're coming up to break here. Do we want to do another live read? That's completely up to you. You know what? No, we're going to skip it. I don't have a new product made. We only found one sponsor today, so you guys are going to have to deal with it. If you could, please, give us 60 seconds. Questions, comments, concerns, get them all in, guys. If not, I'm just going to continue doing this stuff. It's incredibly interesting to me. I got a hunch it's pretty much boring to everybody else out here because you guys already know everything. So if you could, 60 seconds, guys. We will be right back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens. Welcome back to the podcast. Turning it over to Belle. She made a dare for me, so I'm going to try it again. So go ahead and talk it up for a second, Belle, and let me see if I can actually find this.
You guys are really gonna like this one. This is gonna be hilarious. I'm not gonna fill you in, but as soon as he starts talking, you guys will figure out what I challenged him to do.
Well, I closed it, and it's behind like 35 different windows right now, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get that up, Belle. I think we're kind of stuck with that.
You sent it to me on Discord earlier.
Oh, okay. I'll read it. Yeah,
no.
I'll read it off the damn Discord. That's fine. Let me find it there. All right. While I get this ready, Belle, questions, comments, concerns, anything, go.
All right. So, Microman regarding Decenter, I fell out of love with the token, but I really like the browser. Also, trying out Carbon on my phone, Web3 products.
Yeah, and I've taken a look at Carbon, guys. I'm into Web3 products, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'm building one, so yeah, I'm really into Web3 products. But Decenter is just way further ahead than Carbon is, and that's really all it is. Look, Decenter meets my needs, man. I don't know if you're in love with the token. I don't care. It's indifferent. We're Web3 people, and we should be using Web3 products. If I have to shame people into using them, then I will absolutely shame people into using them, man. Why are you still using Google when you could be using something else? So, yeah, there we go. Okay, anyway, we found it up. I saw Toot wouldn't give me a 9. So, okay, Belle dared me to try to do this same live read, but do it in my PBS voice. I'm not proud of it, but I had broadcasted on PBS for a decent stretch of time, and PBS is its own kind of little animal. You understand that they give us that you actually have to get coached into PBS, right? That there is a certain mannerisms, there's certain method, there's a certain everything that you do with PBS, and I did that for a time. So we're gonna try the same live read, see if I can get you 9. We're gonna try to do the same thing, but we're gonna do it in the PBS in a PBS version. So. Podcasters, Bella really went all out into the food distribution channels and found a product that is really, truly, ideologically aligned with this channel. We give you Captain Rogers Finger Blasters. Now settle down, folks. Chicken fingers are not fun. But Captain Rogers, finger blasters, well, they sure are. Just blast your fingers into our unique sauce containers filled with honey mustard, tangy barbecue, and salt and vinegar. Yum. Yummy, yummy. Finger blasting is the best. Try. I'm not going to finish this, Belle. Go on. Hey, you know what? No, you guys are all wrong. I absolutely nailed it, man. All right. I think I should go back to PBS. I would be excellent on PBS. They don't have any libertarians over there. I think I could be the first. I'm sure they would honor me well. Questions, comments, concerns, Belle, go.
Microman, are there any disadvantages, like impermanent loss, of going into the Bitcana X Bitcana pool now before the APR kicks in?
No, man, it's a stable pool, dude. There's a reason that the bulk of my jackal, and Jesus, man, we're closing up on like, I don't know, 180,000 over there. That's why, Eric, this is better work, because I've put like almost $250,000 sound asleep over on your decks. So I'm counting on you. All right, I'm counting on you to do the right thing here. But no, it's stable, man. It's you're gonna get a very, very low APR even when you push it in, man. It's gonna be 3%, 4%, 5%. The reason that you would go into that as opposed to just staking, because you could take your Bitcana and just straight stake it at 38.9%. 38.9%. Hell, I'll pull it up here and just show you. This is on our very own validator, because we've been validating this chain for a long, long time. But you could come right over here and get 38.7. All right, you can get 38.7% with just a straight stake, but you're probably only going to get single digit, if that, over on Astrovault. You're not going to get much over here, even when that APR kicks in. You're just not going to. But here's the caveat to that. every token that you harvest from a straight stake that you sell, you are literally introducing sell pressure on your own token. That's what you're doing. You're putting sell pressure on your own token. Now, if you have it up over here, even at a lower APR, you're being paid in AXV. So you can dump that stuff all day long, and it's not going to affect the price of your native token, of your long-term holding. This is important, guys. For some reason, we always skip that one. We're always going for maximum yield, and that's paid in the goddamn token that we're holding or supplying. It makes no sense. None. Because two things are going to happen. It's going to lock you into a position, meaning turning the APR into an APY. You're never going to realize profits on it. And eventually, you're going to be in a position that you have so damn much of it that you can't sell. Michael Saylor is literally in that position right now with Bitcoin. Billions of dollars. He has so much of it, still buying more because he can't sell it. Because if he sells it, he tanks it. Everything. So, yeah, it's kind of a problem. And it permeates the DeFi out here. So any token that you're invested in and you're getting paid in that, that's not good. All right, it's not good unless you are trying to build a position, in which case it's perfect. That's what you want to do. But if you want to realize profits and take money out of it, you're going to bury yourself in this stuff. Absolutely bury yourself. So I am happy to take a lower percentage to get a token that I really don't give a shit about and don't mind dumping day after day after day. It's not my job to maintain the value of their token. It's their job to maintain the value of their token. Meaning if I'm paid in AXV, it's going to be up to Astrovault to maintain the value of that. They created the conditions. We're just going to play the game the way that the game was written. And if they're going to play us in AXV and you want to dump it, it's up to them to have designed a system that will maintain the value of that token. Because if it doesn't, that's it. All right, it was great, it was fun, and that's it. So please keep that in mind when you decide what you're going to be doing over here. Now, stable pools, I'm a big fan, man. Look, most of mine is in Jackal, X-Jackal, because I'm not going to get any IL on that. I'm just not. It's for trading purposes. Use a visualizer, and you will literally see the path that you're going through. Hope that answered the question. Belle, please carry on.
Microman, are those vested Arch likely to be sold? The lovely Bitcana folks revested their 73 million tokens.
Are they likely to be sold? You know, I have no faith in this team whatsoever. I just don't. And again, guys, please, I'm sure they could be marvelous. Everything up there could be marvelous. But I've reached out. I've said, look, come on, man. Look, I'm not your average broadcaster out here. All right. I'm not a guy that's sitting here with $400 worth of your token and pretending he's a king. I'm not that guy. I am the person that you should be courting. I am the person that can bring $500,000 to your decks just like that. I am the person that can buy and move the volume of your token. So just because I have a YouTube channel, man, I'm not like these guys, all right? I am an investor advocate. I deal with the same shit day in and day out that everybody's watching here is dealing with. So answer my emails, man. That's all I'm saying. But until I can actually get on there with them or they'll answer a goddamn email from me or talk to me in any way, then I have to say they got something to hide and I don't know what it is because they won't come out public. They won't talk to me. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do as an investor advocate? Tell you how wonderful everything's going to be? I didn't believe this damn thing was going to pump. I resented the buys as I was making them. You guys saw it on the stream. I was not happy about doing that. I was doing it to illustrate a point, and it happened to work out. But until I can get some actual information out of these guys, I'm a Juno fan. I'm a Juno fan because at least they open up. They already went through this shit. Yeah, anyway, hope that answered the question. Belle, carry on.
Joshua Aguilar, what are your thoughts on IOs? AIOZ.
AOs. I don't own any. And I'll just leave it right there, man. Look, we're not your typical broadcasters, babe. Look, I'm not going to talk about something that I don't own. I'm just not going to, man. Look, there's a world of people that are getting paid to talk about these things. I'm just not going to talk about products that I don't own because if you value my opinion at all, then if I go one side or the other, then you might take action based on what I'm telling you, based on my opinion of it. So if I don't own it, it would be incredibly disingenuous of me to tell you that, yes, I think it's a great project. You should buy it. I'm simply not going to do that, man. So we're branch out, man. My money's everywhere. It's just not there. So I got to take a pass on that question. Belle, please carry on.
All right, Toot, regarding your live read, take 2. Scott was cruising for a 9.5 till he stopped.
You know what?
PBS voice is hilarious for this one.
And I'm gonna take. You know what? That didn't occur to me until I started doing it. I was like, this is a lot funnier doing it this way. Talking about finger blasting in a PBS voice. So, yeah, I will. You know what? We'll revisit it after you guys forget about it. We'll pull off the same thing. I'll do it in PBS, man. It'll be excellent. I'm still taking the round of applause. Scott was cruising. Toot said it. Good enough. Belle, carry on.
Old man, that's what's wild to me is nobody wants to talk. And when people don't want to talk, what are you hiding?
And that's exactly it. Look, I'm I'm a very political person, man. All right. Big fan of the Constitution. Guilty until proven innocent. And that matters in when crimes are being committed. But right now, you guys have got to get the word out, man, because nobody talks about art. The only reason people are talking about it right now is because that token's going up. That's it. Up until then, nobody talked about it because what was there to talk about? There's a new mall in town, guys. It has tons of availability. It has blocks that are just dying to be filled, and we just got to build to fill those blocks. There was nothing to talk about before. Now there actually is, but the only thing to talk about over there is Astrovault. So if you guys have all of these big things, and you're still tweeting up a storm, if you have all these things, let's come on and let's discuss it, man. Because if I see value in it, I will buy your damn token. I'll do it live. You'll watch it happen. But if you don't, it kind of tells me that you just don't have any idea what the hell you're really doing. You cannot be quiet in this space, all right? Silence is not your friend. Silence is not golden. None of those things. You need to get out in front of this, all right? Because you are courting retail investors unless you just don't care about them. And in that case, continue to do what you're doing. You're nailing it. Belle, carry on.
Bud, I know Bell likes Bitsong, never used it, but could be interesting at only 1 million market cap. Scott could move this token.
Oh, I absolutely could. That's kind of funny, guys. I was actually in communication with one of the co-founders via Twitter. Nice guy, man. They got a lot of really nifty things. Oh, and by the way, guys, tonight's bourbon of choice is called Smoke Wagon. This is called Smoke Wagon Bottled in Bond. I like bottled in bond. Straight rye whiskey. Now, this one is another one that came out of Nevada, and for some reason, Nevada nails it. I mean, these guys nail it. It's not exactly top shelf. This is about $75 a bottle. I highly recommend it, and I'm kind of sad that I only bought one because that's good booze. It's nice. Good bouquet. It doesn't rip your throat out, but it gives you a nice heat going down. It's just a quality buzz. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, Belle. Read that question again. What was it? I got off base. I'm talking about bourbon. This is my thing.
I know Bell likes Bitsong.
Oh, Bitsong. Okay. I'm back. Yeah, I was actually talking to one of the founders. They're really, really cool. Now, I was talking to these guys because I think that Bitsong would be a very, very nice fit over on Astrovault because Bitsong, it needs help, man. All right, that token has been quiet. It's been passive. It does not move. It doesn't do a whole hell of a lot. It just kind of sits there. But the tech is pretty cool behind it. That's the funny thing, is that this thing is pretty neat. Now, when you look at it over 90 days, hang on, it's uploading. That's not it's not a terrible chart for Cosmos, but it's not one of these that has increased over the last 30 days by 140, 180, or 600% like most other Cosmos tokens have. So it's, for these guys, I'm afraid it's a matter of visibility. Now, they're doing some neat shit, and I did get confirmation of this, by the way. I did get confirmation of this one, Bell, depending on the licensing agreement. Because I said, if I NFT one of your artist's songs, I own that song and the rights to that song, meaning I can't alter it or rewrite it. It's in an NFT form. There's nothing I can do with it. But you can't hit me with a copyright violation for using that song because you sold it to me. And he did confirm, yes, that is in fact the case. So I've been cruising around on their platform, which is, again, pretty cool. and you could literally burn NFTs of artists. They're offering them up. Now, you got to pay some BitSong to do that, but you get the NFT, which is a playable song, which a channel like ours could actually use to add audio to our program without getting copyright hits up and down and up and down. So I think that's pretty cool, and I think that there's some value in that. They also, I mean, he did lay out a roadmap for me. I asked them to come on the show. They don't want to come on the show, but they got some nifty stuff going on over there. And the fact that I use this every single day. I use BitSong every single day when I'm at work. I go to their radio player. They have one where they have all kinds of radio stations overseas. And I like Virgin Radio from Italy. That's my channel. And it's great because it's just American music, 60s, 70s, 80s. But the DJs are all in Italian. So it kind of changes it up a little bit. But I use that every single day. I use the product every single day. There is some there, but they're going to need something to really push them out. I don't know if it's going to be a visibility thing or not, but they need something. But it is a really cool product. It's a neat idea. You're not investing in tools. You're actually investing in something. So, yeah, I think there's some there. Belle, carry on, please.
Microman, is it just that most crypto projects are crap at marketing? Even
Yes.
Patrick says it isn't their strong point.
Yes, most of them are crap at marketing because they don't understand retail investors. They don't understand the consumers because they don't build for consumers. None of these guys build for consumers. I'm going to ask you guys again. How many people out here, show of hands, how many people out here have a crypto app, Web3 app, a DApp on your phone that is not a wallet or an exchange? How many people actually have apps out there? I have two. There's two Web3 apps on my phone that are that's not a wallet, not an exchange. One of them is the Orchid VPN. Fantastic, by the way. Love Orchid VPN. It's great. And the other one is an app called Audius. And if you haven't heard of Audius, do yourself a favor, download it. It's free. Those are the two that I have up there. But I'm going to bet that most of the people out here in this audience right now have zero that are not wallets or not exchanges because these things simply don't exist. They're not out there because the people that are building these products are not building them to face a consumer. Consumer products is physical infrastructure, which works out real good. We're talking data storage, streaming, stuff like that, which works out fantastic. Or games, entertainment, stuff like that, and people are not building that. They're just not building that. Now, I understand why, because it's tough, all right? It is tough to get those out. Where's the Flix app? How many people, show of hands, how many people have downloaded the Flix app, the video playing app from Flix? How many people have downloaded that? Oh, none? Yeah, because where's the app? Where's the app? This is what they're going to have to start coming in tune with, man, because you get a twofer, guys, all right? Every single time that you have something like Decenter, I'm sorry, it's on my phone as well. Well done, well caught.
You forgot another one.
What else?
Forgot another one in mobile. In KN.
Oh, and mobile. No, we tried doing videos on that, man. We couldn't even sell that one, dude. That's the most secure chat service that exists. All right, you send a text, nobody's getting that text, man. There's no government, nobody's writing that down. You want to plot treason, that'd be the app to use, and mobile. Shit, Belle, you derailed me. What the hell was I talking about? I was about to go off, too. What was I talking about just before you interrupted me? You don't remember?
No.
Okay, well, we'll tail back around to it. Questions, Belle, go.
That we don't have any more questions.
That's
at the
too
moment.
bad because that would have been perfect. I was about to go on a tirade, and you completely made me forget what that tirade is. Naughty. There you go. That's Belle right there. Ha, ha, ha. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys joining us tonight. We will be back live on Saturday. Next week, we're not going to be live at all unless Belle wants to go on all by her lonesome, which she's more than welcome to. I'll be out of town next week. I have some business, so I have to go out there and take care of that. So none of this stuff. But we will be live Saturday. And I'll tell you what, we'll throw some giveaways on Saturday. We don't get a big crowd on Saturday. It's easy to give money away to family because those are only the only people who really attend. If you guys could, I'd certainly appreciate it. Could you guys give us some thumbs up if you actually enjoyed the content, got any takeaways? We're fighting right now. We're fighting the algorithm, and every thumbs up, every comment, everything puts us up higher. Maybe gives somebody a chance to take a look at this and hear some pure, really unbiased crypto reporting because you don't get a lot of that. I cannot thank you guys enough for tuning in tonight. I thank you for sticking around with us. I know I was all over the board, but I think we got some good information out. You'll be the judge of that. that, we'll be turning it over to Belle, greatest producer of all time. She's going to talk us up, take us out. I had a wonderful time, guys. Belle, take it away.
All right. Again, as always, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who joined us this evening, we cannot say thank you guys enough. Keep the fantastic comments and questions coming. They do keep us on our toes. We do appreciate them, and they do make us think. Now, in between now and Saturday at 6 p.m. Central Standard, when we go live next, if you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, definitely don't hesitate to send Scott or myself an email, scott@thepodcast.com or bella@thepodcast.com, and we'll get those answered for you. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we cannot thank you enough, and we will see you on Saturday.
We are dropping new videos and podcasts every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And be sure to look for us on Instagram, Twitter, and Parler at The Podocasts. Also, visit our page at ThePodocasts.com, all one word, for all of our most current content.